is hell on earth, and for the man, it's an automatic bone disease. Bone disease. Okay? So let's look at the 20-80 percentage. A successful marriage is dependent upon, like it's 20% on the person you marry. 20% on the person you marry. And I'll explain that. Because, and then 80% is good on the way you marry them every day. The rabbis on something different. 20% on the person, and 80% on the way you marry them every day. So now you already see that some people have a problem, right? The problem don't happen every day, right? Okay, because of the elements. The elements. See, holiness is different. You don't get to tip out and trade in and play games like that. So if this is true, if it's 20% on the person and 80% on marrying them every day, then write these down. Here are the 3 key elements of marriage readiness. 3 key elements. Obviously, when we talk about every day, the first one has to be maturity, right? Marry an immature person, you're going to suffer. Okay? You think you want a baby, a grown man. You think you want an immature woman. First of all, Pampers don't come in that size. That's number 1. Right? Huh? Pampers don't come in that size. And those of you who are mother already understand the pain you suffer when your real infant bit your breast, right? When an infant bit you, right? That's when you stop, all right? Some of y'all stop because of your shape. You stopped ahead of time, all right? But so you can't imagine a grown man with choppers. Excuse me, those are love marks. You will get hurt. So the first thing has to be maturity. Okay, you marry an immature person, you're gonna suffer. Big time. The second thing has to be, one of the greatest is generosity. Generosity. You want to give up yourself, time, money. Cover this. So then the third thing is, this is a key one, self-awareness. You don't know who you are. How in the world are you going to hook up with somebody? You don't know who you are. Okay? Not who people think you are, who you really are. Okay? What's underneath the facade? Because if you don't know who you are and they know their essence, they're not going to be able to live with you. As a matter of fact, remember, you marry not who you can live with, who you can't live without. That was profound. So self-awareness. So in your readiness, you have to strip away all the falseness of you. You can only perfect your half. Okay? So you have to be the best half you can be. So if you're not real with yourself, and people who are not real with themselves are jealous of other people, are jealous of people who are down to earth. Okay? So self-awareness. What do I bring to the table? All right? Where am I lacking? Because none of us are all that. Okay? All of us have idiosyncrasies and faults and things like that. Okay? Self-awareness. All right? Knowing what you're good at. That's not being cocky. Self-awareness. And also being able to see giftings on other people. Self-awareness. People who are self-aware are never victims. Okay? They're not victims. So this is the readiness, because if it's 20% the person and the the daily activity, then these things have to be done. Okay, write this down. Talk about a soulmate. Soulmate. So this is pretty much said, marry someone that you can't live with them. And that's a word, that's thrown around. But here's what a soulmate does is key. Not just a hookup. Okay? When you say soulmate, write this down. You're allowing someone into the most vulnerable and hidden places of your heart. How about that? Your heart. Scripture says the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? And God tries to range the heart. So you're allowing someone into the most vulnerable and hidden places of your heart. Why is that important? Judas messed up when Satan entered his what? Heart. So you also got a place that Satan wants to get into. Wow. Huh? So you don't want to marry someone who opens up the door for Satan. You cannot be unequally yoked together. You spiritual and they want a Patron pajama party. Okay? You only drink wine during communion and they keep a bottle open. That's why I say Patron pajama party. Hidden places of your heart. Watch this now. Here's another key element where you can't hook it with everybody. Trusting, you know why? Because as Bishop Bismarck said, all of us have had things that have split our soul. You can't share things that happen to you with everybody. Then they turn around, they get mad at you, they wash your face with game over. Little Flip ain't got another song on it. That game's over. Okay? They wash your face with some things that happened to you that you are trying to hold and you want to share with somebody. Okay? Things. All of us have had things happen. Things said. And then you go and you just hook up with just anybody and open the door to your heart. And every time they get mad at you, you always see them fumbling with keys trying to get it. I know I can say this to hurt him or hurt her. That's a waste of time. Huh? That's a waste of time. So there's a lot of homework involved. Hidden places of your heart, trusting that your emotions will be well received. So he talks about the loss of his mother or the loss of his brother or the loss of whatever, or watching his mother get beat and tears well up in his eye and you call him a punk because he's crying. It's over, love. It's over. Huh? She tell you that she was raped, molested, and whatever, and then you get mad and say, yeah, you're probably throwing that behind up in there. It's over. You can't even make an appointment in my office. I can't clear that up. I cannot clear that up. Well, I shouldn't have said. I told one young man back in the day, I said, I can't reach in her heart and make her feel different about you. And his tears spoke in a gang member. A tear hit my carpet. It's over, homie, that mouth. So people with a lot of mouth, people who are mean or cruel, that's why Eliezer, when he prayed to find a wife, the thing that struck him about Rebekah was not her beauty. It was her kindness. Okay? So write that down. This is the whole thing. Don't marry anyone with a bad heart. Kind heart. And if they're already clowning you and calling out your name in the engagement, talking, what they're going to do when it's permanent? Why? Because you can't build nothing with that person but anxiety. Because remember, what Satan does not want you to do, he does not care about you buying a house. He does not want you to build a home. Care nothing about the house. It's not the buying or even building a house. He does not want you to build a home. Write this down, because when you build a home, it affects the next generation. Children have to come up. And some of y'all married or got hooked up with people who did not have a childhood. And you paid the price. Some of that stuff they was doing was crazy. Yeah. Now you can't tell me you come from a loving home, you act like that. Okay? So there's the danger in that. You talk about a soulmate, I'll read it, because some of y'all are too scared to say repeat it. trusting your emotions will be well received. Well received. The demonstration, my daughter told me the demonstration I did last week was very deep, where there was tension because you're dealing with a flawed human being. We'll get to another important area. It's a waste of your time to hook up with somebody you can't communicate with. Communication is everything. So in your singleness, because all relationships that are of God involve three: the male, the female, and God. So in your singleness, there are more single women here, then already you are in a relationship right now, you and God. If you're in a relationship with God, you don't need to come to this class. Because there's nothing about you that's going to cause somebody to stay with you long term except God help you. Because you have to go to God. You ain't cute enough, your body ain't banging enough, you ain't that handsome, you ain't on no swole, your abs ain't whatever, how real. Somebody has to have God.
Right.
Without God, it's a wrap. Okay? Because it'll be too long if they're going to find out one nostril is wider than the other. And one ear is in a point and the other one's rounded. Or else you fart very loud. You don't have control. You fart in stereo. Sound like surround sound. Oh, I know. Somebody they don't fart. I understand. Or you snore. Sound like a hog. Are you a rough sleeper? Every 2 weeks, a new cover has to be bought because your foot done went through. Or, Bill, in your sleep, you are a champion MMA fighter. So people have to go to work bruising. Yeah, she stole on me. Angry bird, just swinging on people at night. Just swinging. Your kids have missed school because you done stole on them. You need God. Huh? It's going to take God, somebody stare at you, you done left a big missile in the toilet. God! Oh, you soda drinkers, you done flush, look like it's deep orange in there. Are y'all hearing me? I'll make you laugh, don't make you cry in a few minutes, all right? So if you're single, you're in a relationship with God. Okay? Now, let's because, serious. In your singleness, you should be perfecting your communication skills by telling God everything. All right? And also, you're praying that your soulmate is not distracted or detoured by the enemy who wants to make sure you two never hook up. So if you're not a woman of prayer, he's liable to get some skank with a fish, with some fish nets with 3 big holes in them. Because you did not pray. Huh? You didn't pray. You didn't pray. Come on now. Do you really think Satan wants you to meet the love of your life? Do you really think he wants you to build a home? No, he doesn't. Because according to Genesis, a man leaves father, mother, cleaves his wife, cleaves to his wife, because they have to build something. And love builds. Infatuation doesn't build anything.